And so it's an absolute miracle that I'm still here. When I tell my testimony to the Latins, especially the people from Central America and Mexico, they're just shocked and blown away because, you don't get kidnapped by these people once and live. I mean, these people, the most reputed drug lords in the world, they were formed by the U.S. CIA, trained by the U.S. Rangers at Fort Benning, and they became the most reputed drug lords in the world. They worship Satan, they eat people. These are not good people, And so to have been kidnapped 5 times by this group, and I won't say which one, is an absolute miracle. Well, the first time I got kidnapped down there was by an old 86-year-old man who in Monterrey, Nuevo León, right? It's the second largest city in Mexico. And this old guy comes into the bar, and I just sat down and drinking a beer, and I played the American music, and this guy comes over and he's like got this little guitar with 3 strings on it, no sandals, so he's muy pobre, he's very poor. And he's like, comes over and he's like, ding, 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 ding. He's playing the guitar for me. And I'm like, look, man, I will pay you not to play that guitar, and I'll buy you a caguama. So I give 35 pesos, and then I buy a 35 peso caguama. It's like a 40-ounce beer. And so my guard was down because he's like 86 years old. I didn't think anything of it. And so I wake up the next day in this cell, 2 stories up, and he's got my phone on the other side of this prison bar door with these big chains on these concrete pillars, and he's just out of reach. I couldn't reach him. My head was pounding. I'd been drugged, and so I went over to the bars on the window, and God gave me the strength to bend these bars, and I crawled through, and I hung from the bars, and I swung to this little wooden porch thing that miraculously held me, and I ran around, and I was going to not be this guy's friend. I was very angry, and all the other doors in the whole apartment building or hotel were half doors, half wooden, no bottom, no top, and just wooden, except for mine. Mine had prison doors on it, and so this guy was what we call a secuestrador. He was a kidnapper, and because down there you can sell people. Like you get somebody that doesn't smoke or drink or something, you can sell their body parts. You can kidnap them and you can sell them. And so this is what they normally do. They'll have you call your family and get money, and then they'll kill you. Matter of fact, they take everybody off the trains. Whenever you ride the cargo trains down there, you have to have somebody on top of the train watching, because they'll have little kids pick up a rope across the long straight stretch, and then the conductor doesn't want to hit the rope because it's going to hurt the kids, so he'll stop because he knows that the people that jump out of the jungle armed with masks on aren't going to kill the people in the engine, because they have federales in there and guns, and so they take everybody off the train and they slaughter everybody. And these are against company rules. So by me telling you this, I'm not the company. They're not allowed to do that. These are rogue sections of the company, and they're not supposed to do it. So it's okay if I tell you about that. But so I mean, God had just delivered me so many times. Just, I mean, I could go on for hours about how many times He's delivered me. So it's a very dangerous. They even say, "Aquí es tres mundos." Here's third world, and so you got to be real careful. The first time I got kidnapped, I said, I got to learn this language. And once you can say refrigerator in Spanish, you can say anything in Spanish. Refrigerador. And so I used to watch movies, and I'd learn I'd hear it in English and then read it in Spanish, because once you learn the alphabet, exactly how they spell it is how they say it.